right, everybody come in, quiet down, and present your projects at the front of my desk. Wait, what is this? It's my Saturday night's main event project, Professor. This is your project for Saturday night's main event? Come a little closer. Yeah! Now sit down before I quench my thirst and open up a can of whoop ass on you. Man, it's Thursday morning, 48 hours from Saturday night main event, and you only have 3 matches on the card. I don't want to hear the less is more crap neither. That's like it's being pizza night with the family. You get a box of pizza and only 2 slices in it, and they're talking about less is more. That's like going to the barber shop and the barber cutting half your hair talking about less is more. Less is more my ass. Now, instead of doing a grading system, we're gonna have a lab and we're gonna dissect this bacteria, aka booking, for this weekend. And since you're so obsessed with AEW, we do some differences and similarities between All In and Saturday night's main event. Sit down, shut up, class is in session. Now, the first 2 comparisons we're gonna do is Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, and we're gonna do Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page for the AEW Championship. Now, let's start off with Goldberg versus Gunther. Goldberg. We haven't seen him since the last episode of Nitro in 1999. He comes back 25, 26 years later, gets a match with Gunther, and put the cherry on top is for the World Heavyweight title. That shows you how much respect Paul Levesque got for the World Heavyweight title. This title has been booked like crap, and it's literally a joke. Saturday night's main event is gonna turn into Saturday Night Circus. Goldberg can't seem to come down a ramp without losing his breath. How is he gonna do in a match versus the World Heavyweight Champion? This is like watching a car crash waiting to happen. This whole storyline was booked out of nowhere if you think about it. They have beef because Goldberg seems to be sitting in a crowd one day. Gunther has no reason, just comes out of nowhere, just comes at him. Goldberg disappears for months. He comes back and gets a World Heavyweight Champion title. Like, what? Now, I got some good news. They're saying that the next Saturday night main event isn't until December, and I thank the wrestling guys for that. The only thing more I could wish it would be December 2032. These Saturday night's main event sucks. It's just hard to take this rivalry serious. What has Gunther or Goldberg done to really disrespect the other person, but literally cut promos? We haven't seen nobody got attacked backstage. They're not even attacking each other on social media. How lazy can the booking get? Man, bro, like, it's no type of emotional investment in this feud at all. Now, if this gonna be a Goldberg retirement match and we're gonna just give Goldberg his respect for the time he put in for wrestling, just let it be that. Don't let it be a World Heavyweight Championship match and y'all have this fake-ass feud that it's just no emotion, no feeling in it, bro. Where's the feeling? Now, I'm hearing some rumblings that Goldberg might go over Saturday, and I promise you, on everything, if Goldberg wins the World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday, I'm going nuclear. The rant that I'm gonna go on will be historic. It'll be for the ages. If you ask me, I think it's obvious Gunther's gonna win. Gunther might even do the whole handshake thing. You shook Pat McAfee's hand. I know you better shake Goldberg's hand. I got my beef with Goldberg for what he did to my favorite wrestler, Bret Hart, but the fact still remains Goldberg had a run that a lot of wrestlers will never get to even sniff. Now, you compare that to the AEW booking with Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley. Tony Khan has lost his fucking mind for the most part in AEW booking since he took creative full control. Now, he's just getting back on track within the last few weeks or months, however you want to look at it. But man, this Death Rider stuff has been a complete joke. I went to AEW when it was Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland when you was in Philly. I was there. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a chance to celebrate Jon Moxley finally losing the title, Swerve getting the title back, heading into All In, but we didn't get that. Man, Tony Khan, you have one job to do this Saturday, and that's making sure Jon Moxley doesn't walk out of Globe Life Stadium AEW champion. Man, the backlash you're gonna get, Tony Khan, if that happens, is gonna be historic, and Bobby Monsoon is gonna be leading the charge. So far, so good. Hangman Adam Page, he won the Owen Hart tournament. He got his shot with Jon Moxley. They had a classic back then, but this is now, and the stakes are different. 2 reasons, AEW title. The second reason is going to be a Texas death match. Now, what we can say about Jon Moxley, we know that, man, when it comes to these Texas death matches, when it comes to death matches, hardcore matches, it's not a man that's walking on 2 feet that's going to take it to the level Jon Moxley's going to take it. He's taking it to Mick Foley levels. And I don't use that word lightly. Mick Foley, when we talk about hardcore, it's only a few names you could put in a sentence with Mick Foley. Terry Funk, Sabu, Jon Moxley is one of them. I'm expecting a classic. Tony Khan, you are in a very special space. You got the world against you. This weekend is 3 programs versus 1, and all you gotta do is deliver. TKO, they want your head on a platter. You're taking money out of professional wrestling, and you know TKO is in the... You know TKO is in the... TKO is in the $3 billion of debt! Now, with the LA Knight and Seth Rollins story is literally nothing there. Literally nothing. LA Knight was beefing with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and out of nowhere, he says, I don't like y'all, so I think I need to fight Seth Rollins on Saturday Night Main Event. That's literally how it happened. Now, the one thing that can happen that I will see is, what if LA Knight goes over? Now, it doesn't hurt Seth Rollins that much. He still makes money in the bank. He has bigger problems because he's stuck with Evolution. He's stuck with a stupid-ass faction and a storyline that nobody really likes. So he has bigger fish to fry. Now, LA Knight, if he get a win on Seth Rollins, the Money in the Bank person, okay. Now we could get a little bit dirt off of LA Knight because Triple H been burying him the past 24 to 36 months. I'm not even exaggerating. LA Knight has been buried so bad, you're gonna need people like Roman Reigns to help get the dirt off him. You're gonna need people like The Rock and even Brock Lesnar, man. All 3 of them need to make a return at this point to get the dirt off of LA Knight. It's like he's never gonna get his shot to be at the main event title top spot, and we can see him how he does. Like, come on, bro. It's no way Jey Uso got a chance to be World Heavyweight Champion, but, man, LA Knight could barely sniff the U.S. title. Next, you got Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm. Toni Storm, one of my favorite women wrestlers. She had one of the greatest feuds of all time. Toni Storm versus Mariah May. I tell y'all that all the time. One of the greatest feuds I've seen in almost 40 years of watching professional wrestling. Women's AEW champion, going against Mercedes Hogan. Mercedes Moné, a.k.a. She's doing it like Hulk Hogan back in the day, though, because, man, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 100 belts? I'm not going to lie. I do not want to see Mercedes Moné win this weekend. I'm sorry, bro. Does Mercedes Moné have creative control? Tony Khan says no. Mercedes Moné says yeah, and I'm going to believe Mercedes Moné. Who else but a wrestler will book themselves to win 9, 10 belts? Who else but a wrestler will book themselves to be undefeated? Man, you cannot have wrestlers have creative control. We see what happened with Kevin Nash. We see what happened with Hulk Hogan. If you're old as me, you know when Hulk Hogan was in WCW, having creative control, the finger poke of doom. Booking like that happens. We have to learn from our mistakes. I want to see Toni Storm retain the title this weekend, but unfortunately, I know most likely it's not going to happen. Mercedes Moné is probably gonna go over. She's gonna probably have the 10 belts. And I don't know, where do you go from there, Tony Khan? Let me know. Let me know in the comments who y'all think gonna win that. But man, this is a feud I'm definitely looking forward to. Now you got Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre for the US title? No? Oh, the Intercontinental title? Oh, absolutely nothing! This is absolutely, there has no reason to be fighting. They have no reason to have beef. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, they're probably gonna have a good match. They're probably gonna have one of the best matches on the card, but that's not hard to say when there's no fucking matches on the card. This is literally no storyline. This is literally lazy Levesque expecting a check at the end of the month for doing absolutely nothing. It's disgusting. I feel like a total idiot acting like you compare this match to Kenny Omega and Okada. Man, Okada beating Kenny Omega on Dynamite. He's spitting up all the blood. The matches, the classics they had in New Japan. It all coming into the Unified Championship match this Saturday. You can't even compare the two. It's Thursday morning. When the fuck are you gonna fill the card, or do you plan on scamming the good city of Atlanta, the good state of Georgia? Do you plan on go down there and scamming them good people and putting only 3 matches on a card? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Let me know, what are y'all going with this weekend? Is it AEW All In, or is it Saturday Night Main Event? I'm not gonna lie, even some programming on WWE been absolutely horrible. Not some, most of it. AEW has been catching a little bit momentum. It's still exciting this weekend to get that same feeling I used to get back in the 90s when it was the Monday Night War. This weekend, what y'all feeling, if you watch both programs, is like how we felt every single Monday when it was the Monday Night War. Every single Monday, it was like, damn, what WCW got? What WWF got? But WWF wound up taking all. That's just another story for a different day. This weekend, AEW, WWE, they're going head to head. Tony Khan, he got a lot riding on this, man. So let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. I'm going to holler at y'all in the comments. It's Bobby Monsoon, 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Boom!